I can value it. So it is the first day. On the second day, what is actually happening? On the second day, I again purchase like 1,000 at the rate of 6. So it means I purchased for 6,000. This is for the day 2. Then on the day 4, what I did, I have again purchased 1,000 into 5. 1,000 at the rate of 5. And then on the day 5, so now if I am following the FIFO, and the question says that at the end you have, this is the total inventory I have purchased. How much? Total inventory I had purchased 4,000, and out of which the question says that total purchased is 4,000 unit, and the question says that you have sold 3,000 unit. 3,000 unit. The question says 3,000 unit I sold. It means in the closing inventory I have, 1,000. Now the question is asking, give me the valuation of closing inventory based on FIFO, based on LIFO, and based on weighted average. So now what I will do, I will just try to first follow the FIFO. FIFO means these are the item which we receive in the beginning. So first I receive, then I will sell it. So I will just sell it this quantity. Then after I will sell this quantity. Then I will sell this quantity. So what is the inventory in my hand? The inventory which is of latest purchase. The inventory in my hand will be the latest purchased inventory. It means that I can say that the last purchase of 1,000 at the rate of 4 is left in my inventory if I am following the FIFO method. Okay, but if I am following the LIFO method, then my answers will be little different, because I will sell the 5th days first. I will sell this first. It means that I will sell this first, then after I will sell this, then I will sell this, and I will say that whatever the inventory left for me now, that is of 8 dirham item, 8 rupees item in my inventory. It means that this is the 1,000 multiplied by 8. So my inventory valuation will be 8,000. So exam can ask this type of simple question, get me the value under the FIFO method, get me the value under LIFO method. Okay, if I am following the weighted average, I just need to do this. On the weighted average, I will follow the FIFO now. FIFO now. Weighted average, I will just simply follow the FIFO now. Even in the weighted average, we can follow the LIFO. But I'm just following. So it means that first, I will do the averaging of inventory. If I don't know when the goods were sold, so I will just simply do the averaging. So total is how much? 23,000 is the total. Now I am saying that what is the average rate? Divide by 4. So average rate is 5.75. So I can say that under the weightage, if I have a 1,000 left, I can simply give the figures 5.75, and that will be my answers. I can say that under the weighted average, my inventory value will be 5,750. So this is the way how we will calculate. So फिर से एक बार I am just going to explain one more time. So we have to do the valuation under the three different methods. The one is FIFO, the other is LIFO, the third is weighted average. The FIFO says that okay, this is the pattern how I have procured. I purchase on the day 1, day 2, day 4 and day 5. So day 1 1000, day 2 to 1000, day 3, day 4 1000, day 5 1000. So it means I have purchased altogether 4000, and the question says that I sold 3000 units. So if I am following the FIFO, so my assumptions work like that: first item will sold first, then second will be sold, then third will be sold. The whatever be the leftover item will be the fifth one, the latest one. It means that my inventory value under the FIFO method will be 1000 multiplied by 4. It is going to be the 4000. But it's other, on the other hand, if the question is asking me to calculate the FIFO under the LIFO methods, it means the last in first out. So first I will start reducing from the last point, and that is how it works. First it will sell this one, the latest purchase, then second latest, then third latest. Whatever be the leftover item, I will assume that okay, this is the first item which we have procured at the rate of 8 rupees. It means that the my inventory under the LIFO method is 8000. When it comes to the weighted average, I just procured what is the quantity I have purchased. I have purchased 4000 quantity, and the same time what is the value of our purchase, that is 23000. So I just calculated the weighted average per unit, and that's become 5.75. So whatever the inventory in my hand, I will just multiply with the average rate and I will get the numbers. So this way the question can be asked in our exam. But the question have some theory question as well. The question in the CMA they will ask 2-3 theory question also. First they can ask you to calculate the value under different methods. The second way of asking, they can ask some theory question. They will ask how the cost will function if there is an inflation. How the cost will function if there is an inflation. So first of all I'll tell you inflation वो होता है. Inflation means क्या होता है? It's a rise in price. Inflation means rise in price. So rise in price. So what will be happening if there is a rise in price? What will be happen? This is the example for deflation. This is not the example of inflation. If this would be the inflation, the rate would be like under inflation, the rate would start from 4, 5, 6 and 8. So it means that which will give us the highest value of a stock, either FIFO or LIFO. Either FIFO or LIFO. So first of all I will check. I will follow the FIFO methods now. So I will say that okay, if I am following the FIFO, what is the leftover with us? The leftover quantity is 1000 and their rate will be the 8. So I can say that okay, my cost will be reported more if there is a inflation in economy. So other hand, if I am following LIFO, then my cost will be reported okay, I have 1000 balance in my hand. If I have a 1000 balance in my hand, so I will say that this is the item which I have purchased in the very beginning, that is at the rate of 4. So I'll say that my cost will be reported as 4000 if there is an inflation in economy. So these two, so I can simply write okay, the cost will be more. The cost will be more. Which cost? Closing stock cost. Closing stock cost will be more. Here closing stock cost will be less. Now the question comes, which will give the more profit? Which will give the more profit to the FIFO? FIFO will give the more profit. We wanted to validate whether this line is correct or not. So how we will calculate? Let's the sale price is 10 rupees. Sell price is 10 rupees. So let's have an example of sell price of 10 rupees. So what is happening here? If I am following the FIFO, my so my cost of goods sold is how much? 15,000. So cost of sale is how much? 15,000. And what is the sales price for me? 3,000 into 10. So my profit is 15,000 minus this. So this is 15,000. But now I am following the LIFO. What is the cost for me? In the LIFO, my cost is going to be 19,000. What is going to be my cost is going to be the 19,000, and but my sale price will be remain same. It means that my profit will get reduced from 15,000 to 11,000. So I can say that if there is an inflation in economy, then I will have a more profit if I will follow the FIFO. But if I want to save the tax, now in the exam they are asking this type of typical question. If you have a tax liability under inflation, which methods you will follow? You want to save your tax. So what is the best option for you? So
LIFO.
just not answer your questions, just reading the inflation and deflation. You have to read it carefully, whether maybe the asking section is different. So you have to read the question very carefully. If the company is wanted to save the tax liability, so he should follow the LIFO. He should follow the LIFO because he don't need to pay the tax now. Other he can save the tax payment. If he is running from the cash crunch situations, they can manage by themselves by following these techniques.
ये
Okay.
होगा तो वो हो जाएगा डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी.
Yes, but at least now you don't have to pay now. You will pay in future, and you are have a
सर
problem today. Yes.
डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी में क्या फर्क है इससे?
देखिए, डेफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी में क्या बोलता है कि आपने अपने लायबिलिटी को फ्यूचर में एक्सटेंड कर दिया. यू जस्ट extended the liability which was supposed to be paid today, but you don't have the enough money, so you wanted this to pay in future. So here what is happening? If you follow the LIFO, what is happening? Your profit get reduced. So assume if you have a 40% tax liability, so in this scenario, your payout was 6,000, but if you follow the LIFO, your payout reduced to 4,400. So it means you have saved the tax payment. Now maybe you have to pay in future, but as of now you have saved your tax payment of 1,600. So this is a very important to know when you are planning the cash budget for the business. When you are doing some project analysis and all these things, you can do all this kind of analysis. So what is the outcomes of our? First we learn about the methods, then we learn in which scenario, then we put the two different situations under inflation economy, where what is the impact. We check it from by doing the practical question, not just by following the theory. Then after what we did, we just checked if the company has a different mindset, he wanted to save the tax, which one is better for him and why it is better for him. So these are the things. Now I just take 1-2 questions from the previous papers, where you will learn the applications of this learning.
नहीं डीटीए तो अलग बात है. अभी ये कभी कोई ये होगा.
क्या बोले?
डिफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी तो अलग टॉपिक.
और ये कर इन्वेंटरी।
नहीं, but this the principle is applying here as well. See, whether it's a different topics and all, but you can apply the principle here as well. Because you are, if you follow the FIFO, what will happen? Your tax payment is high, na?
जी हाँ इनकम हाई होती।
So if you're not in position to pay that much tax, what will happen? There will be a fine penalty in excess of that. But if you can plan by following the different methods, and that is a advice, that is like comes under the tax planning, not as a tax avoidance. There is a 2-3 things. There is a tax planning, there is a tax avoidance. Tax planning वो होता है, you have to plan the way they have given. And avoidance का मतलब होता है ठीक है भाई दूंगा ही नहीं, तो दूंगा ही नहीं will attract the fines and
टैक्स
penalty.
का वो तो IRS सेट करता है भाई, हमारे हाथ में
नहीं, वो मेथड्स आप डिसाइड करते हैं अपने बिजनेस के नेचर के हिसाब से।
हाँ इंटरनली हम डिसाइड करते हैं।
वो आपके इस पे नोट्स ऑन अकाउंट्स पे दिया जाता है। आप अपनी जब रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं तो यू से दैट व्हिच मेथड्स यू आर फॉलोइंग। Even this is also applicable for, like, you know, for the depreciation also. Like if you have business, if like it will help, your nature of business will decide which pattern you should follow.
जी सही है। तो हम लोग बोलते हैं कि हमारे बुक से कितना देना है, और एक जो है जो IRS बोलेगा।
नहीं, वो तो फिर हम लोग अलग पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन व्हेन इट कम्स टू द प्लानिंग, हमको अगर गवर्नमेंट ने एक प्रोसेस बताया कि ठीक है आप इस प्रोसेस को फॉलो करके भी टैक्स पे कर सकते हैं, तो आई इंस्टेड ऑफ फॉलोइंग द FIFO, I can follow the LIFO so that I don't have to pay tax now. Maybe in future I will pay for sure, but not now.
हाँ वो तो सही है, पर हमको कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा अविनाश भाई। मतलब जो भी गवर्नमेंट का स्टैंडर्ड है हम उसके मतलब ये डिफर्ड टैक्स और डिफर्ड टैक्स एसेट उसी के लिए होता है। मतलब जो लेवल उनका अलग होता है और हमारा लेवल अलग है, तो तभी
High
तो
government, if what the government has introduced, they introduce a system that calls the MAT, marginal alternative tax, sorry, minimum alternative tax. So the government has introduced that so that government has a proper revenue collection. Okay, so that is a different things altogether. But now as a business point of view, I am talking that, okay, if the government has given us liberty to choose whether LIFO or FIFO, I can plan my tax payment in advance, well before what I have to do. Because if your company does not have a cash positions, you have to plan ahead in the beginning. So this is the reason. But for sure, the government has their different way of asking the tax, but the government also takes the book value and their tax values. And they ask us to do the payment now and adjust later, all this type of thing.
अरे टैक्स से बहुत खेलते लोग, क्योंकि जो क्या कंपनी में पैसा बच जाता है।
टैक्स से नहीं खेलेंगे तो किससे खेलेंगे भाई?
ये मेरा सवाल।
So FIFO, FIFO. Now, we will just copy this question and we will discuss how we will resolve this. Okay. Now this question is saying that the Thomas Engine Company is a wholesaler for the marine engine part. The activity for the carburetors 2646J January 1st, you have an inventory of 3,200, that is 64.3, and the sale price is 86.5, and the purchase of 3,400, then you have a sale of 3,600, then you have a purchase of 3,500, then you have a sale of 3,450. He says that he is using last in first out. The question is asking about the LIFO. The question is talks about the LIFO. Okay, say that the total cost of inventory for the carburetor is how much? He is asking the total cost of inventory as on 31st March. The system is asking what is going to be the total cost of. So how the question will be answered? This question is periodic inventory system. This question, when you are reading the question in exam, you have to be very careful about this term. If it is a periodic, your calculation will be different. If it is a perpetual, your calculation will be the difference. So whenever you are answering the question, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. So in these questions, first of all, I will say that, okay, what is the total quantity I have? Opening is how much? 3,200. What is the purchase? $3,400 plus okay, altogether this one 3,200 plus 3,400 plus 3,500. What is the sales quantity? Sales quantity is 3,450 plus 3,600. It means what is the closing inventory? We have 3,500. 3,050 is going to be the closing inventory. Is it okay? 3,050 is going to be the closing inventory. Now the question is asking, get me the value. Get me the value. So I can simply say that, okay, this is from the opening inventory, because I am simply calculating and saying that this is coming from the opening inventory. Maybe my answer will be different. So I can simply say that because I don't need to do one by one transactions. I can do it on total basis because it's a periodic. Periodic में क्या होता है? The main difference in the periodic and perpetual. Perpetual you have to adjust each and every line, but when it comes to the periodic, you have to follow the total approach. You have to follow the total approach. Somebody has any problem with this?
Sir,
Yes.
why we have taken the rate of 64.3 of the
Because-
inventory?
Because the question is last in, first out.
Okay, then we are assuming that the purchases and this.
The initial one is not in my hand. It's already.
Okay.
So
Okay, sir.
this is the reason. So किसी को कोई डाउट है भाई?
नहीं वही पीरियोडिक और perpetual
बोले 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 बोले. Just it's an open forum, no problem.
नहीं पीरियोडिक और perpetual उसी में दिक्कत.
हाँ. But I said ना कि जब when the question is asking, okay my brother, give me the answers under periodic method. Under periodic method. method, so in that way, under periodic method means the question is asking on total basis. Question is asking the total basis approach. If this question is being asked under the periodical, under the perpetual, this is under the periodic method, periodic, periodic. If the same question has been asked for the perpetual, so how your answers will vary. So you have to make the full statement. You have to say that, okay, 3,200 was the inventory at the rate of 64.3, and then I purchased 3,400 at the rate of 64.75. So when it comes to the sell of 3,600, so I will sell first 3,400 from here and then 200 from here. It means that my balance will be in my hand 3,000, and this balance is become 0. So it means now nothing is from the recent purchase, and I have used the 200 from the previous purchase as well. Now the question is saying, okay, now you purchase again 3,500 and 3,500 at the rate of 66, and the question is asking you have a sale of how much? 3,450. It means that you can sell all 3,400 from the recent purchase. So your inventory will be, you can sell all the 3,000. So your inventory will be 50 unit from this current purchase and the balance 3,000 unit from the previous one. So your answer will be different. And the same question you can find somewhere they have asked this question. So your answer will be in that scenario. So under perpetual methods, your answer will be 1096,200. Under the perpetual, your answer will be 196,200. Okay. So there is a little difference. When they ask the periodic, you have to follow the total approach. But when they ask the perpetual, you have to go with the line by line. Like you have to follow the dates. Okay, first you have 3,200, okay, 64.3, then you purchase 3,400. Then after you have a sale of 3,600. So first sell 3,600. So you are following the LIFO. You have to sell first which one? The one which you have purchased very recently, that is 3,400, and then balance 200. You will use the initial opening stock. It means that when you use the 200, so you will be balanced in your hand 3,000 at the rate of 64.3, and the latest now you purchase 3,500 at the rate of 66, out of which you have sell it 3,450. Means you have a balance in hand from the 25th purchase, that is 50 unit, and you have a 3,000 from the beginning, and there is a two different pricing. So you have to multiply their price and the inventory. So you will get that inventory value under the perpetual methods. Inventory value under perpetual. Okay.
एक note है.
Tell me now. Will be clear for sure.
वो ये पीरियोडिक में जो एंडिंग इन्वेंट्री है ना, आप उसका प्राइस जो लिए हैं, एक मिनट,
प्राइस जो लिए हैं वो यहाँ से लिए, बोलिए 64.3 से लिए।
तो कैसे मिला?
हाँ, कैसे मिला? क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ ना, इन्वेंटरी ओपनिंग इन्वेंटरी 64 रुपया 30 पैसे का है।
अच्छा, पर तो अभी परचेस कर लेंगे तो फिर जब सेल हो जाएगा,
क्या सेल हो जाएगा मतलब?
तो हम यूज कर देंगे ना उसको, जैसे कि अभी आप सेल कर रहे हो 14 तारीख पे,
बट 14 तारीख को जब सेल कर रहे हैं तो आई विल यूज 3,400 फ्रॉम द फोर्थ परचेज एंड देन 200 आई विल परचेज फ्रॉम द, if I am following the perpetual. When it say the periodic does not follow this pattern. They just follow the total basis, overall basis. Okay. Now
तो
let's have,
पीरियोडिक पे बस वो वाला ये लेना है प्राइस.
now this question is perpetual. Now your answer will be address. So now the question is saying that Nasasu's company began the month of November and 150 इसके पास था in the beginning. Okay. 150 hints on the hand at the rate of 2. Then these hints sell for the 3.5 and the schedules present the following activities. Fourth, he sold 100 unit. On 6th, he purchased the 200 units, and on the 8th, he sold 150 unit. On 10th, he purchased the 200 unit. On 16th, he sold the 220 unit. On 21st, he purchased the 220 units. On 28th, he sold the 100 units. Now the question is asking, give me the valuation under the perpetual method. So first of all, I'll tell you how the process will work. You have a 150 in the inventory at the rate of 2. So this is what you have in your hand. Then after what you did the sell. So you just follow the sell here. You did the sell of 100. What is the left for you? 100 minus 50. Okay. The question is asking you to follow the LIFO. So this is the latest by that point of time when you have an inventory and you have sell it. Then after you are started, you got 200 unit at the rate of 2.10. It 2.10. It means now out of this you have a sale of 150 units. So now you can reduce the 150 and you say that okay, I have now 50 left from the subsequent purchase, that is from the 6th. Okay. Then after you have again on the 6th one, after selling 150, you have purchased another 200 items at the rate of 2.20. But here now you are selling the 220 unit. It means that you will sell full 200 here. You don't have a balance left. Now then you will go to the second tier, second purchase that was happen on the 4th, and you will use it how much? 20 unit, because you, so it means what is the leftover quantity for you? 30 unit is the left from the second purchase, and still you have a 50 unit from the opening inventory. Now come to the third level, 220 you have sold it, and then you have on the 21st you got 250 unit. 250 unit you got at the rate of 240, and out of 2 rupees 40 paise you have sell 100 unit. So it means that what is the balance quantity, because the LIFO said that whatever the latest purchase is you can use it to sell. So what is the balance inventory in you? You will have a 3 types of inventory with you. 150 from the 2 rupees 40 and 30 unit from 2 110, and then 50 unit you have a 2 at the rate of 2. So this is, you have to do your calculations individually. So your answers will be like this. Your answer will be like this: 523 rupees. What is the value of the inventory? 523 rupees. That is the B answers. So when the question is asked based on the perpetual, you have to do the full working to get the numbers. What is the beginning? What is the amount you sold? What is the next purchase? You have to sell it out of it. Then whatever you have new purchase, you have to sell against that purchase. If that is not sufficient, you have to go back, and then you can use that second last purchase. Okay, and then if you have finished that also, then you have to go the third last purchase. So this follows like a backward chronology, backward process.
अच्छा मेरा भाई देखिए अभी एक डाउट है. अभी आप 6 तारीख को 200 खरीद रहे हो.
Yes.
और फिर 8 तारीख पे 150 का सेल हो गया.
Yes.
तो अभी आप 200 से 150 यूज करोगे.
Yes.
अच्छा, और जो 50 बचा था बिगिनिंग इन्वेंटरी का,
वो वैसे ही रहे ना, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बिकॉज आई एम फॉलोइंग द LIFO, लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट.
ओके. तो उसको वैसे ही रखना है। और अभी ये जो 200 का फिर लिया है उसको उस अच्छा तो 20 बच जाएगा।
यस,
ओके ठीक
दिस इज लाइक आवर स्टडीज ना, जो नया चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे करेंगे, जो पीछे का है नहीं पढ़ेंगे नहीं पढ़ेंगे, अगर टाइम मिला तो पढ़ेंगे, that type of thing.
अच्छा ठीक है मनोज भाई।
Now please try to read this question.
Same question with the weighted average, right?
Yeah, but the question's requirement got different now. Now the question is asking, get me the GP.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now, first of all, it is a periodic. So when I say it is a periodic, you will just start doing like this. What is the opening you have? 150. What is the purchase you did? Altogether 200, 200 and 250. So this is the one. What is the sales unit you have it? 100, 150, 220 and then 100. So you actually sell how much quantity? 570 quantity you sell. Is it? You sell 520 quantity?
Yes.
Okay, now
570
520. Now the question is saying that you are selling it for how much? What is the selling price for this? 3.5. So this is the sale price. Now I have to get the cost. What is the cost of sale? What is the cost of sale? So overall, I can just wanted to tell you this is like, so overall cost is how much? I will just multiply first and get it. So 150 into 2, then 200 into 2.1, 200 into 2.2, into 2.4. And the total unit is, so rate per unit may be,
आपको निकालना है
2.2.
rate per unit is going to be the 2.2. So what is the margin per unit? 2.2 na. So what is the, this is the average rate per unit, and you sell it for, you sell 570 unit. So you can simply say that, okay, 570 multiply by 2.2. So my profit will be 741. My GP will be 741. So how actually I did? I just first follow the same pattern, like what is the, if the question were asked me to calculate the closing value, this is the closing stock. So I would have given, okay, let me calculate the, what is the weighted average. So this is the cost. This is the total cost. I can say that this is the total cost. So I say that whenever you have to calculate the weighted average, you can simply do total cost divided by total quantity. You got the weighted average per unit. So this is like weighted average cost per unit. So this is the weighted average cost per unit is 2.2 and you are selling it for 3 point something. What is that? 3.5. So you are selling it for 3.5 per unit. So it means you have a contributions per unit is how much? 3.5 minus this. That is not contribution, that you can say it's GP. So 1.3. And the sale quantity you have, so you can just simply say that, okay, 5.7. So my GP will be, total GP will be 741. So you can do in this way, simple. So the question can be asked any of the process, any of the way, like how you can calculate the inventory based on the weighted average, based on the FIFO, based on the LIFO. I took all the examples now. So I just wanted to summarize it. IFRS prohibits LIFO. Maybe, I don't know. I have to check.
नहीं
सही है
ये लिफो ही है
हाँ, सही
तो
होगा
लॉक कर दे
ठीक है सही लिख दिया मैंने आपने बोल दिया मैंने लिख दिया so now what I have learned, we have learned about the periodic perpetual, then we have learned about the methods, then took the one questions and we have discussed 2-3 basic things which they have asked in the questions. In the previous we took the 2-3 questions and we have calculated the cost under the LIFO, under the FIFO under the periodic and perpetual, how it will getting changed, and weighted average we have applied it here. So I'll tell you these, like you have, I will send some of the question to practice. So based on that I can tell you from this chapter there is one small thing is left. So I'll take up in the next class. And
Viraj bhai,
yes, tell me.
one of the fourth method is specific identification is there, right?
No, there's another way is called the NRV method. But that
Net
is not,
realizable value.
yeah, but they are not using in the exam point of view.
And specific identification?
Yeah,
That is net.
That can be. But from the learning point of view, there is a LIFO, FIFO, NRV. And then there is the assumptions work like, okay, cost and market value, whichever is lower. That kind of thing is there.
लिफो नहीं लिफो फीफो ही आएगा भाई लिफो फीफो ही आएगा मोस्टली वही पूछते हैं
Okay, so I will give you some of the question to practice. Okay.
Viraj bhai,
Yeah, tell me.
the FIFO, I think for perpetual and periodic both are same. Answer will be
No, you have to calculate. Like I cannot say as a blanket.
same.
No, maybe that can vary.
Both will be same.
I can't guarantee because I have to calculate. Let's say this question.
Yes.
What you say? Periodic, FIFO will be same.
Periodic, the FIFO, both case in the periodic as well as
वही बोल रहे पीरियोडिक लाइफो और फाइफो सेम
will be
होता है
same.
वही बोल रहे
No, never. Never. See, this was the FIFO which we have learned, okay?
No. Yes, FIFO.
This is the FIFO periodic. Now if I want to do the LIFO, not the FIFO.
No. I mean FIFO.
Okay.
LIFO, there is the answer will be different for perpetual and periodic. But for the FIFO, both answer will be same
No,
in the
we can,
periodic as well as in the perpetual. I think so.
no, we can check it here.
Can you
Let's say
just
from,
check it, please?
yeah,
Yes.
FIFO, we just want to follow. Okay. First, I will read the perpetual. What is the inventory left in my hand? 3050. 3050. But since it is a FIFO, So the what is the balance item in my hand? In my hand, the last was the 66 dirham item. So I can just simply say that okay, 201,300. But when this is the periodic PIC. Then I want to see the perpetual. Perpetual. So perpetual, if I wanted to see, so what is if I'm following the FIFO, no? So this is the inventory 3,200 at the rate of 64 point something, 64.3. Okay, then I have a purchase. Purchase of how much? 3,400 unit at 3,400 at the rate of 64.75. 64.75. Then I have a sell of 3,600. So first of all, I will sell this 3,200 item. It means now zero inventory. And I will sell 400 from here. I can say that okay, this is the balance inventory. Okay, it's done. Then I got 3,500. So I got them from the market 3,500 and 3,500 at the rate of 66. So at the rate of 66, and I got an offer of 3,450. I have to sell it. So first of all, I'll sell 3,000 from here. Okay, then I'll make it 0. Okay, then I will sell 450 from here. So my inventory will be 3050 multiplied by so this will be, this is my 3050. So this multiplied by this, so 201,300. So yeah, this answer is comes correct, but still I have a doubt if the question will change. Maybe the scenario will
No,
not be there.
I think it always it will be same.
Let's I have changed like this number.
सही है
Let's I have no सही है ठीक है. But let's change this number to 3,200. 3500. I am changing to 3,200. So in that scenario, 3,200.
नहीं वही आएगा आंसर.
The answer will be same. Okay. I have never read that tagline, that line. In the perpetual, FIFO will be the same in all the scenario.
ये क्या बोल रहे कि perpetual और periodic
No, in the periodic and perpetual will be same under the FIFO. I never had that a line from the books. That what I am telling. Maybe practically this is happening, and this may happen forever also, but I have never read that line. You know, for everything there is a universal line. Okay, this is this. If you apply this, you will get this. But I have never read that line. That's why I have just done a numericals to understand whether this is coming as a correct number, as the same or no. Okay. So if that's the scenario, I can say that okay, your answer will be same under FIFO, whether you follow the periodic or perpetual. Is it?
Okay.
Okay. So thank you very much.